Hello. Today we're going to go check out a podcast that we filmed for Levenfeld Pearlstein. This is a podcast filmed in Chicago, and a lot of our work tends to be in Chicago. And this one was an accounting firm insider series. So it's a series that we've been doing for a while now with Russell Shapiro, and he interviews different leaders in the accounting firm industry. And this one was Michael Horwitz of the BDO Alliance USA, Executive Director. So let's just hop on over, and you can see here, we're just going to show you kind of what it looked like. We like to start these off with like a title card, and then Russell really likes having the index card, so we do that, and then we kind of have like each one of those sections, we do a title card. So you can see, get to know Michael Horwitz. So kind of start off on the wide shot and let Russell introduce the guest. And you can see like on Russell's shot, we have a little bit of lighting going on in the background. You can tell it looks like maybe a window with some sun shining in. That's fake. I made that with a light and a gobo. So I'll show you what that looks like, and or how I did that, I guess. And then Michael's shot has a little bit of the actual window behind him, so I thought that was fine. And our close-ups are on sliders, so you'll notice here there's a little bit of movement going on for each of these shots. That's because there's a slider for each of the close-ups. Our wide shot's just on a tripod. So wide shot is static. But let's go ahead and show you how I got each of these shots. So when I get there, this is in downtown Chicago. I just unload at the loading dock, and I have a cart full of a bunch of gear, a couple big cases for all my lights, and then we have, batteries, cameras, power cables, audio cables, another light. So it is a fair amount of gear. It's kind of a lot of gear to set this up. But I can get this stuff set up in about 2 hours. So like 2 hours from when I arrive at the loading dock is 2 hours from then we're recording, basically. Sometimes I do it a little faster, but it kind of depends. Like if it's the same room, same setup I've always done, I can do it faster. If it's a new setup, I like to have that buffer time. So you can see here, this is just kind of scanning the room, letting you see there's my sliders. We got our lights with the softboxes. And then you see our mics are over the top. Those are Sennheiser 416 mics. So you can see here, let me zoom in on one of these mics for you. That's a Sennheiser 416, and this is actually a backdrop pole. So I used to use C-stands to boom the mics over the top of them, but the C-stands are just so heavy and cumbersome, and just like they're hard to actually get up into the building because the base of it is so like wide. It's awkward to put on the cart. Like I haven't found a good way to get on the cart to get it upstairs without it falling off, like on my way pushing it up into the building, up through the loading dock in the service elevator. So this is a lightweight solution. That's a newer backdrop holder, and it's very lightweight, and because it has support on both ends, it's going to be fine. And it's not like I'm putting lights on it, not putting anything heavy on there, just putting a couple of Sennheiser 416 mics, and we're good to go. So you can see for my key and backlights, each one of these, I have two VL300 Godox lights. So those are 300 watt lights, and I use the Photix Raja 105 softbox. And each one serves as a key light and a fill light for each person. So I put the grid on it so that it doesn't spill onto the background. I try to keep the background like a little bit darker, or at least like separate from my lighting of my subjects, so that I can add some contrast and depth to my shots. And then over here you can see that's the newer CB100 with the gobo on it, and you can put like a bunch of different cool effects on in there. Like you could have windows, doors. There's like a moon one, a star one, a heart one, all kinds of weird, fun stuff that you can paint on the background. But this one was just a window one. So behind Russell, it looks like a window. And then we have our sliders over here. These are just newer sliders. And over here is my Zoom F3 recorder. I don't think I have a close-up of that, but you could look that up online, what it is, Zoom F3. So that captures my audio in 32-bit float, and then I usually will also send that over wirelessly to my main camera here in the middle. That's a Lumix S1. So let's go. Okay, so you can see, oh yeah, my fill light, that's the Godox SL60 and the newer lantern, globe lantern thing. So that kind of fills in the dark side of their faces. But like I said, this one VL300 is like Russell's backlight and Michael's key light, and then the other VL300 is Michael's backlight and Russell's key light. Since they're looking at each other most of the time, basically you're getting double duty with those lights, which is nice. And then this just fills in the dark spots, dark side of their face a little bit, just to brighten it up, because it is a corporate podcast, so I like to keep it pretty much like pretty even lighting, not like completely flat lighting, but just a little bit brighter than like I would with if it was like a gamer podcast, or just anything else that's like going to be more moody and fun. I try to keep these a little bit clean. That's why I don't put the mics in the shot, because Russell just loves that clean look. So you can see here, this is the Lumix S5. So my close-ups were the Lumix S5 with the 85mm lens, and it's set to f1.8, ISO 6400, and my lights are at full blast, 100%, and then we're at 5600 Kelvin on our white balance. And basically these sliders just keep looping back and forth the whole time, and we use Sony NPF batteries to power these cameras, just to keep them powered up the whole time, so we don't have to swap batteries halfway through or anything like that. And here on the Lumix S1, that's what I use for my wide shot. We had the 35mm lens, and same thing, we're at f1.8, ISO 640, shooting in Vlog so that we can, make our color grade really nice later. And then I transmit the audio from the Zoom out of the headphone jack of the Zoom over to my wide shot here with the Rode Wireless Go. And that just, that's just a backup if for whatever reason my Zoom fails, like the card dies, or whatever weird thing might happen with the SD card. We always have a backup. And then I have the Hollyland Mars X. I don't think they make this anymore, but it was a really cool device for basically transmitting your HDMI feed over to the iPad. So I like to have the iPad as my wireless monitor so I can show the clients what they look like before we start. Clients love it. And then I also usually just hand it to whoever's like producing. They have their own marketing team, so whoever on the marketing team is there that day, I hand them the iPad. They get to watch it the whole time. They love it. And again, another Sony NPF battery to power the camera and to power the Hollyland Mars X, because that battery is terrible on that thing. It'll die in like 5 minutes. Maybe that's why they discontinued it. I don't know. But yeah, so that's our close-up, or that's our wide shot, and then another close-up over here. Same deal, Lumix S5, 85mm lens. So I love the 35-85 combo for podcasts. It's great. If I don't do 35-85, like if it's a smaller room, then I'll just do like 24 and 50, as my two different lenses, 24 millimeter, 50 millimeter, but 35-85 is preferable for me if I have a big room where I can use these big lights and sliders and everything else. So that's why for corporate podcasts, I always like try to get the biggest room possible. Luckily, they over here at Levenfeld Pearlstein have a gigantic conference room where we can take out all the tables and everything and film it here, and it turns out awesome. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's how I film all of these. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments below. I'll be doing more of these kind of behind the scenes videos, trying to catch up on everything because the last couple of years I just haven't been able to catch up on. This is from 2023, I think, end of 2023. So I'm really like 2 years behind on posting behind the scenes stuff. So we're going to try to remedy that situation. I'm trying to get better at my social media presence and all that. So expect some short videos talking about this stuff as well. We'll do shorts on here on YouTube, but also on all of the other platforms I post the shorts. So like every platform known to man, there's so many platforms these days, so many social medias, but I just try to post on all of them because you kind of never know which one's going to take off for whatever reason. Yeah. So if you guys enjoyed this, hit like and follow. I'm going to be putting more of the behind the scenes stuff and then my podcast stuff on this channel from now on. I kind of went back and made all of my like portfolio pieces as unlisted. So if you want to see portfolio stuff, just go to the playlists. You can still see them all on my playlists. I just didn't want them on the main channel here because I feel like that was hindering people wanting to follow the channel because they don't want to really watch, these things that are unrelated that I filmed for somebody else. So unrelated to like what I do. It's just I filmed it for other people and I kind of need a spot to place that so that on my website I can use it as a portfolio piece. So, yeah, we're just going to show you guys the behind the scenes here on this channel in particular. And if you want to see the portfolio pieces, just look in the playlists. So until next time, my name is George Niksch, and this was Lakeshore Video. Hit like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take it easy, guys.